localities since it broke through the archipelago late last week, the Philippine National Police said. At least 51,500 houses were reported to have been destroyed. More damage is expected to be confirmed as rescue operations continue. But humanitarian workers face the daunting task of reaching some areas cut off from littered and swampy roads, and some with telephones and internet disconnected. Senator Richard Gordon, chairman of the Philippine Red Cross, said Tuesday that 5 bridges on Palawan were destroyed by the storm. According to official figures for 2020, the western province is home to about 1 million people. The houses are completely destroyed. We are trying to send urgent aid, including water, food and medicine, Gordon said. The settlements were completely cut off. Addressing the international community, Gordon said funds were urgently needed for rescue efforts. Millions of people have been affected by this typhoon and supplies are scarce, he added. This year, hit Siargao Island on Thursday, a popular tourist destination and surfing spot in the Caraga region of northeastern Mindanao. Initially, the wind blew up to 260 km per hour, which is equivalent to a Category 5 storm. Many preemptive evacuations and preparations for the storm began earlier this week when heavy rain began to hit the country, but millions of people were still vulnerable. As the Rai moved west, it blew houses, trees and power cables along the way, bringing with it heavy rain, extensive flooding and landslides. The hurricane destroyed communities and left hundreds of thousands of people homeless in the neighboring city of Surigao, one of the worst-hit areas. Survivors begged on the roads for food and water, surrounded by uprooted trees and electricity poles. Police were seen removing broken branches from the road. At least 4.1 million children were affected by the typhoon, according to Save the Children. Experts estimate that more than 16,000 families in badly affected Caraga are taking refuge in the cramped evacuation centers. Jerome Valentin, the organization's humanitarian affairs manager, said the risk of the spread of the disease in these facilities was of great concern. We're starting to see the emergence of waterborne diseases, including diarrhea, Valentin said. Sanitation is a huge problem in these evacuation centers. We are concerned about the safety of millions, including the most vulnerable children. Valentin.
Dito ka sa gilid. Dala sa gilid, huwag ka umiyak. Wala. Sige lang, huwag ka manin. George.
Estimates of damage to the Philippines this year surpassed $787 million on Tuesday, as humanitarian agencies warn the true extent of the damage remains unknown, in part because rescuers are unable to access some of the disaster-stricken areas. Super Typhoon Rai, known locally as Odette, has now destroyed at least 375 localities.